In the shocking Season 1 finale, Omni-Man admits to the crime and reveals to his son that he is actually an alien from the planet Viltrum, who was sent to Earth not to protect it, but to conquer it. He just got a little lost during his stay, fell in love, had a kid, but now that kid, Mark, is old enough. It's time for them to do what must be done together. After briefly fighting his father, Mark lays beaten within an inch of his life. Omni-Man then flees the planet, emotionally unable to finish the job. The second season picks up as Mark struggles with balancing his life as Earth's mightiest hero. From juggling his life of being in college, having a girlfriend, being a supportive son, maintaining his friendships, and rejoining Cecil to keep Earth safe, all while afraid that he'll turn into his father. He begins to feel overworked and confused, and Mark eventually decides to leave Earth and put everything on pause in Season 2's mid-season finale. Mark is approached by a race of insect-like aliens who tell him that they need his help in order to save their planet. He agrees to help out an alien race of ant people called the Thraxans, who convince him that their world is on the brink of destruction. But when he arrives on their planet deep in the galaxy, he finds out that their whole mission was just a ruse to get him to talk to his father again. His father's betrayal is still a bit too fresh, however, and Mark has yet to process the ordeal before some more hard truths come to light. Learning that the planet's emperor is none other than Nolan himself, who even married one of the insectoids and had a son with her. Mark becomes understandably upset over being near his father again. Nolan reveals that their confrontation on Earth has changed him. But he also says that the Viltrumite Empire is out for blood, his blood in particular, and that he needs Mark's help to stop them. Mark ends up battling a trio of Viltrumite soldiers, and the end results aren't great. While Nolan was far stronger than Mark, he still had tethers to humanity, which ultimately became his weakness. The Viltrumite soldiers aren't as forgiving though. They consider anything that can't stand up to them as weak and therefore worthy of death. Mark is eventually paralysed in the ensuing battle, while the Viltrumites take Nolan prisoner. After capturing Omni-Man, General Krieg tells Mark that they're going to execute his father for abandoning his post. Mark is tasked with conquering Earth in his place, or they'll wipe out the planet. Mark is tasked with conquering Earth in his place, or they'll wipe his planet off the map, just like they did the Thraxans. Mark finds himself facing tough decisions. He's tasked with stepping into his father's shoes and dealing with the Viltrumite Empire's demands. Before he's carted off, Omni-Man tells Mark, "Read my books." In his civilian identity on Earth, he was a successful sci-fi novelist, and that piece of advice may hint that Nolan hid a way to defeat the Viltrumites in the pages of his books. After all, what's better than hiding in plain sight? Invincible isn't the only superhero out there. Over the course of the first season, he encountered a number of caped crusaders including Atom Eve, Rexplode, Duplicate, and Robot. Robot was tapped to form a new version of Guardians of the Globe, with Rex and Kate joining him. Eve instead decides to put her matter-manipulating powers to use, solving world hunger and rebuilding the city of Chicago. But though they might be able to save the world, these heroes have their own hang-ups. It turns out that Robot isn't actually a robot. He is a man named Rudy Connors who sought the help of the evil Mauler twins to clone a body using Rex's blood. Cecil becomes frustrated with their lackluster results and decides to put the Immortal in charge, while also adding some muscle in the form of Bulletproof. A new hero also joins the team in the form of a metamorph called Shapesmith, who is secretly a Martian that's stowed away to Earth during one of Invincible's earliest missions. Eventually, frictions build between the Guardians when Rex catches Kate in the shower with the Immortal, despite the fact that he did the same thing with her while he was dating Atom Eve. As for Eve, she learns that her actions may have consequences. An attempt to recreate an apartment building leads to said building collapsing under its weight. As for Season 2 predictions, I foresee intense battles, moral dilemmas, and shocking revelations in episodes to come. With Angstrom Levy's vendetta against Mark and the looming threat of intergalactic war, the stakes have never been higher. The main villain for the rest of Season 2 most likely will be Angstrom Levy himself, and I believe he's expected to play a pivotal role in the remaining 4 episodes of Season 2. I believe Season 2 will also continue the storyline of Thaddeus' betrayal of the Coalition of Planets, something that should tie into the Viltrum Empire storyline. Ultimately, Season 2 of Invincible cements itself among the best and most faithful adaptations of comic book stories I've ever watched. Remember to like and subscribe and do all that other stuff. And remember the motto, Invincible over everything.